Hello everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woohoo! Today we will be streaming the first day of the final stages for the APAC server. Later on I'll also be streaming EU. But for now we are at the APAC server. Bit of house cleaning. There is a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid any stream sniping happening. And of course there is basically a portal stream. So if you want to get rewards and you are from the APAC server, make sure to watch through the portal, make sure that you are logged in and that you have accepted cookies. Basically, if you're seeing a gray screen on the portal, that means that you've not accepted cookies. So yeah, today we are looking at the top 4. Unfortunately, I've not been able to follow the previous sessions on the APAC server. Basically, I couldn't get the time off to stream the round robin, so that was sad, but here we are. This is basically the top 8 scoreboard as it was, with Reckham basically winning all the games, Earth and Issel, I'm just going to call them that, and Throw all having 5 points, and they make up the rest of the top 4. But tonight we are heading into the double elimination for the final stages, and we are starting it off with Earth versus Throw, if I remember correctly. Yes, we are. So that is the first game that we're going to be watching, and after that we have the lower bracket final. And then tomorrow I think we have, well, not lower bracket final, first lower bracket round. Tomorrow we have the lower bracket final, followed by the grand finals. But yeah, today we are starting off with this matchup, and we'll then go to the lower bracket. So I'm just waiting for the timer on the room to go below 3 minutes to avoid anyone seeing anyone's lineup too early. You cannot get rewards for EU on this stream. You have to be like, EU is getting rewards for EU streams, NA for NA streams, APAC for APAC streams, and this is the APAC stream. So the only reward that you get for being from another server for this stream is basically just good gameplay. Because at the end of the day, this is the top 8 of the servers, and that's why I always love streaming tours, because you don't get this level of gameplay in randoms ever. In the meantime, there's a lot of noise outside, so I'm hoping that the microphone doesn't pick that up, but I think it's handling that decently. So, for the first game in the best of 7 here, we are going to go to Lagoon. Lagoon looks something like this. Beautiful map, 3 bases. All of them are relatively open, but relatively far from one another. It's not easy to dominate 2 bases from one side of the map, basically. That being said, though, we usually see either people meeting in the middle or the mets meeting at this place where heavies go towards this, with some, basically, the teams are generally more spread out and they wait to see until they know where the other team is going before they go for a specific cap and commit to that. 2 minutes left. Throw is still missing a player. I'm hoping that they will arrive in time. But Earth is already completely ready with 3 AMX 54s, a Chieftain, 2 Super Conquerors, and an E50M, and they're just waiting. Ren is trying to send me Chieftain MK6 replays, because that's the big love right now. And apparently he had to restart his PC, so that was not going as intended. And there we have it. Throw now also having a complete team, taking a Concept 1B, potentially 3 Super Conquerors, an LT, a 215B, and an AMX 54. No, Suga now switching to an LT. Heyman might be switching to something else then. To be fair, they still have over a minute, so there's plenty of time, as long as they ready up in time as a whole. Ah, thank you, Ren. Basically confirming that my microphone is working as intended. There have been a few issues with it where it sounds like I'm talking from underwater. We had like the Under the Sea special earlier this season. So I'm just very happy to get the confirmation that things are working as intended. But there we go. Another AMX 54. So we have 3 Super Conquerors, 2 AMX 54s, a 215B, and an LT for Throw. And let's see. I am seeing that my microphone is not picking up the sound outside when I'm not speaking, so I'm grateful for that. I've missed APAC server. Generally speaking, it's a lot more chaotic, let's say, than EU server. A lot more brawly. So I'm really curious to see what kind of games we're getting today. But every server has their own charm and it just works differently. And I love that. Back in the day, and I'm talking like years ago, I was streaming all 3 servers at once. I would take like a week off to be able to do that because honestly, streaming at noon, 8 p.m. and 2 or 3 p.m., depending on the time zone, that was not really ideal, let's say. And let's see. Is heading into the middle, going towards the B section. And we see Throw doing similarly, but Sugu is looking to see if anyone is going where Lani and Renamed are. We see blind shots happening, but no one is there yet. But they know now exactly that there's someone there. So they're being very, very careful. Blind shots happening into the other side. Sugu blind shotting as well, but no one is there. The bases are not being set upon yet, but Sugu might be in danger now. Going for the cap, but now knowing that Renamed is there, ooh, he's not getting... Renamed is not making a move to decap in. That's also because that tank is there. So that would not be an easy way to decap that. And now Throw has a base advantage. Flo taking a little bit of a hit there. Cayman is pretty much on his own. We have Cologne moving. Looking at path. Now getting spotted. And that reach is very tricky to be at because people up there can easily shoot you. Cayman now has the support from Sugu. Takes a hit but lands one as well. Spartan Sword getting a shot in. Plo now taking another hit. And they kind of have to be careful. Cayman now moving in together with Sugu. Sugu going up the ramp. Shots. Oh, Plo definitely being the preferred target here. Drops down. Doesn't really have a choice. Now we have Cayman. Wanted to get more shots into Plo. He does get one. Sugu there. Leaving Plo on a grand total of 33 HP. Wants to get the kill. He does get that. He takes a shot for it, but he does get the kill. Now we have Parth being set upon. He's now the preferred target. In the meantime, Uz is basically rushing on the other side. But Throw is holding as best they can. They are getting in each other's way a little bit there. Path goes down. I am dead tank is now actually a dead tank. Frozen not looking all too healthy. Vendetta versus Lani. And Frozen goes down. And Throw definitely has an advantage here. They do need to be careful to not block each other from getting the shots in. Lani taking another hit. Sophie turning around. Campon goes down as well. Now it's just Spartan Sword and Renamed. Spartan Sword is going after... Oh, it gets actually set on fire and then murdered by the one shot he was trying to take out. And that just leaves Renamed. The last one left alive. Sugu might not survive this encounter. But at this stage, with 6 versus 1, I think it is safe to say that the game is for Throw, and Sugu survives with a little bit of a derped HE. Good morning, everyone. It's funny, like, it's noon here. It's evening in APAC. Time zones are a marvelous thing, honestly. But beautiful game by Throw here. Very smooth going battle, basically. Just whittling each other down and then finding that little weak spot where you can just keep shooting it and then you move on to the next target. That's one of the things that I like most to see in tour games. Not just the tactical side, but also like when it looks so smooth, it looks natural. That always makes for beautiful games. So for the second game on Lagoon, we now have us getting ready with 3 AMX-54s, a Chieftain, an E50M, another E50M, and a 4202. And on throw side we see 3 AMX-54s, 2 Super Conquerors, an E50M and a 215B. And I find it so funny because I keep calling, like, if there's 3 or more E50Ms, I call them the wolf pack. They don't always move as a wolf pack though. They're sort of like faster heavies in a way. They're mostly used for brawls, it seems like. But they are definitely dangerous because of the fact that they've got so much draw armor. I will talk about Reforged after the match, after the matchup has ended, really. There's a lot going on there, but yeah, it is definitely very important to note that it is all still in a testing phase. We've only had one ultra test. We know we're going to get more of that. We're nowhere near a finished product yet, and a lot of people don't really realize that. I also got a pop-up offer. You see, I don't often play on APAC server, but that's mostly because that's the server where my ping would be highest, so it's not very comfortable playing. Not impossible, but considering EU has very lovely ping for me and NA is very stable for me as well, APAC is not a server I frequent. It's moving towards the middle. Throw now mainly going towards the A side. The E50M's taking up position. Blanchard happening. Plo has actually already been spotted. That was a funny bounce. I'm not sure if you saw that, but it just went vertically up the air. And then I know, moving in. Throw is being very careful, but they are going for that early cap. And that can definitely make the difference. B is now also getting capped. That's a cheeky cap to take though, because it's relatively open. I'm that tank, not in a position to decap it. He is careful, doesn't really want to move. Could have lost a lot of HP. Fresh Lemonade is actually not spotted at all. Suga takes a little bit of a hit. Let's see. Basically the point difference is negligible, but a split second into the advantage of Earth. Vendetta moving forwards. Being careful there. They know where at least one of the E50Ms is, and I think they can guess that there's 2 there. Lani getting spotted. That shot missed. That shot hit the ground. Cologne moving in. They are being quite forwards now. Now one of them goes in. The E50Ms are being held at bay by those guns there. And now we have Fresh Lemonade moving in. Dropping down again. Because he could potentially be... Well, no, he's not moving there. He's heading to the other direction. Nice bounce by Cologne on the behind. That's always funny to see. Fresh Lemonade is protecting base B, making sure that it can't get kept. But Throw has no interest in base B. No interest in base C either. Kampon moving up there as well. They're definitely expecting someone to try and cap B. I am that tank. Crosses over, is not spotted for that. Cayman. Slowly but surely moving towards this direction, but C is not unprotected, and I think Liney might just go cap it. Since there's no movement on this side of the map, and it would be an easy way to get a point advantage. He is being very careful, looking to see if anyone is there first. But there seems to be no one. Now we have Mr. Insane going for base B. And just like that, we see Earth actually making a move for base C. Insane pulling back. Does take a little bit of a hit there. C is now being kept. Plo is going into a better position to decap it. Cheeky shot there by Spartan Sword. Kempon being shot at from different directions. Vendetta moving in. Sophie being pushed. The guns are very spread out. There's no real focused fire right now. But it could still go every which way. Biggins into Fresh Lemonade. They're going after Plo. Sophie goes down. So now they are a gun down. Fresh Lemonade goes down. There goes Plo. Cayman is the preferred target. He's actually pushing against the strength of all of them. Cayman is the preferred target there. Lani rotating around, not wanting to be... Not wanting to be the primary target here, but... Throw kept the base. Guns is even, but Throw has like a 4k HP advantage right now. And all they need to do is just wait. In the meantime, we have Vendetta facing off against Campon. And he can afford to take a hit there. Now he just has to reload and get a shot in. Lani goes down. Vendetta's being farmed by Rename there. Can't really do much of anything. And that evens out the guns again. But Throw has two bases. Sugu is going after Parth. Parth attempting to cap base A, not really to cap it, but more to retreat through it. Base B is protected. Campon not looking too healthy. Renamed is relocating. They want to get Spartan Sword, who is waiting. Mr. Insane making a move. 831 points. Parth just took a big shot. Rename now moving in. Oh, that was a cheeky one. They don't get shot for it though. Sugu takes out Parth, making it 4v3. Sugu also getting pushed now. But with Campon dying, we're at 986 points. Even if Renamed takes out Sugu, it's too late and Throw has the game. Basically, Earth kind of had the advantage here. But Throw's experience and just the focus fire there, even though they were quite spread out, it was more there and they took out the guns fastest. There was kind of like a hesitance in Earth's gameplay. And that makes the score 2-0 in favor of Throw. And we are going to go on to a new map. Maybe a mental reset for Earth as well. We are going to go to Castilla. Obviously, my least favorite tournament map. We have seen some fun games overall, but usually it just results to people waiting and just peeking. And in their own way, they are interesting games because there's a lot of information being shared, basically. But there's not all that much action. So I am always curious to see what happens on this map. I do call it Castilla for a reason. So that is the second map of this matchup. And in 37 seconds, we will see what happens. For that, Throw is taking 2 Super Conquerors, an E50M, 2 LTs, a Hori, and an AMX-54. Hori is my favorite tank of the meta right now, because we've seen some fantastic games with Horis. And on Earth's side, we see 3 E50Ms, an AMX-54, 2 of them even, an LT, and a T-62A. We have seen that being taken before on Castilla. So it will be interesting to see how it performs. Basically, the meta tanks as a whole are like a combination of not just the tanks themselves, but also the super consumables that they may have, the positions you can put them in, and the teamwork you can perform with them. And that's something that it doesn't work in randoms really, because you can't build on your team the way that you can in tours. Spartan Sword, Notching Plow wants to go up there. We have Campon on his own, heading towards the A-ish side, but we'll probably go up the hill there. And he might be meeting Cayman, and I'm that tank there. He does make it up. And we have Cayman together with I'm that tank going for the cap. They do spot him. He takes a hit. I think it's more they have to... He can't reset them both. That's the thing. They already capped it now. And as such, we have Earths heading more in the middle. Last man standing, having a look-see. Let's see. He's not... Colonia is not spotting Lani. They're both just waiting. I think they're just hoping that someone tries to cap it and then they can shoot them. Frozen crosses over in a very open area. I'm surprised he's not losing a lot of HP for that. But most of the guns from Throw are nowhere near in a position to shoot him. Lani going for the cap. Actually shooting a Spartan Sword instead of Lani, but that tank does reset the base. But they did cap, well, does shoot Lani, but they did cap the base. Still though, Throw has about a 75 point advantage here. Spartan Sword moving out of there. Cologne in a bit of a tricky position. This is interesting though, because now we have Vendetta moving out in the open, losing a K HP for that. Shooting Frozen is just losing more HP now. And he's worked himself into an impossible position where he can't really do anything. They can't even create crossfire to save him. And so Vendetta goes down. We now have Lani being pushed. A is getting capped. Path is losing HP for that. But this game, Throw seems to be quite lost. C is getting capped as well. I am that tank is not looking too healthy. Insane is going after Parth, which they kind of need to. That shot did not go in though. Base A stays theirs, but they've lost B and C. And they're gunned down. I am that tank is very, very low on HP. Parth goes down. We have Sophie trying to save Cologne. But Cologne goes down. And now we have Sophie. He does take the kill. But he is losing a lot of HP very quickly. And he's not going to be able to save himself here. Plo should... Yeah, never mind. It's Lani that takes him out. And now we have Sugu facing off against Spartan Sword. But Sugu has a lot less HP. Cayman is the only relatively healthy one. They are a base down. We have Campon at the back there. Cayman now arriving to help with Spartan Sword, but now they also know where Campon is. Spartan Sword dropping down, so does Cayman. And this is a very tricky situation. He is losing a lot of HP just by pushing, and he's the only one that had the HP to actually push. And we have Sugu making move. Campon goes down though. So does Last Man Standing, but now Cayman is also gone. Mr. Insane goes down. It is 2v2, but Plo is by far the most healthy here. B is being taken. Plo is going to take base A, there's no doubt about that. They need to kill Spartan Sword. And we have Sugu dropping down. Maybe he's just going to go for base C instead, which is also a safe way to secure victory. Spot a sword. Oh, they do spot him. They are being very careful. Plo is slowly but surely heading towards the B section, but we're already at 908 points. They really need that kill. Plo is moving towards base C. Oh, he goes down. And now potentially... This Sugu, what are you doing? All you needed to do was run to base A. And maybe kept that. It's not going to be enough. Earth is going to win this. If Sugu had survived, it might have been a very different game. But right now, we're at 984 points. Earth is winning this. And he might even get a full kill there, but no, he does not get that. I'm that tank. Staying there. This was a game that is lost by throw. There's always like you have games where one team wins or another team loses. And in this case, throw lost it. So well played. Also, just to be clear, when I say that, that does not mean that the team that won played badly. It's not like that. But it's more like they won because the other team made either more mistakes or vital mistakes. And they just used that. This was Throw's game to lose, basically. So with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go, we're getting ready for the second game on Castilla. Is now taking 2 E50Ms, 2 AMX 54s, a Hori, an FT, and an LT. I think this is the first FT I've seen this season. And on throw side we see 2 AMX 54s, a Super Conqueror, an LT, a Hori, a 215B, and potentially another Super Conqueror. I do like, by the way, how... God, I literally had a sentence in my head, it just went poof out the window. And it's an AMX 54. I do like the Hori's making an appearance though, and the FT as well. I'm really curious to see how that FT will do. And here we go, countdown clock has begun. Also important to note that this is a double elimination, which means that you can lose once for free and still make your way. I'm getting more almost. And still make your way back into the finals, basically. Because if you lose once, then you go to the lower bracket. Obviously, it's always safer and nicer to go through the upper brackets, so then you don't have to lose at all. And you have less matches and it's less stressful. We have the fast tanks from Earth heading towards the base A side, except for Spartan Sword is going up the hill. Cayman holding. The FT taking a camping position. Ooh, if Cayman gets spotted there, that might be very, very costly. He is capping. He's not staying in any of the bushes. I am expecting a blind shot there, but he does not. That blind shot hit just where he was before, so he gets the cap. Still unspotted. Spartan Sword has been spotted though, so they know that he's there. They are blind shotting where they think the LT might still be, but Cayman is long gone. Oh, that was a blind shot into... Oh, never mind. Those are some big hits into Vendetta. From both the Hori and EFT. Bath has now also been spotted though. He has to be very careful. He can't really stay where he's at because he is out in the open. Last man standing also shooting at him, but that didn't do any damage at least. Spartan now also keeping him spotted for longer. Poor Vendetta. All of Ursus has a vendetta with Vendetta. Haha. My level of humor missed that joke, sorry. They are trying to shoot at Spartans. Vendetta manages to drop down without losing more HP. Plo is also not looking too healthy. But Ursus is around a near 100 point advantage right now. Mr. Insane has been murdered. Vendetta and Cologne are about half health. I actually missed Mr. Insane dying. Was that an ammo rack? I do feel for them if it was. I was just too focused on the guys here and Vendetta being in danger. But that's a big advantage for us to have. Spot and Sword and Sugu spotting each other. Path would like to meet Sugu there. Vendetta losing more HP. Still getting shot at. Cologne now. Moving in. Cayman also getting spotted. Cologne not looking too healthy. Cayman getting spotted for longer. Spottersaw does have to be careful though. Cologne goes down. Low still holding. Sugu getting spotted again. And slowly but surely getting shot at by Lani. Spartan Sword may not always be getting the shots in, but his... Ooh, he does get that kill. But just where he's at is doing a lot for us here. Now we have Cayman losing a whole lot of HP very, very quickly. Sugu goes down. Cayman goes down. And now we just have Sophie in the Hori. Being bullied by Campon and Last Man Standing. And now Spartan Sword also arriving. Ramming speed. But it was no hack to death. But still, Urs wins a beautiful game here. Just had the best ever comment in the chat. Comp streams are nice because I can just analyze what they did wrong and pretend like I absolutely wouldn't have done that mistake myself. Which is like the best summarize. The best way to summarize it. Now all of a sudden the score is 2-2. Let's see. We are moving on to the third map. We're going to go to Rockfield. I miss old Rockfield, in my opinion. It was more fun to play on. Even though this map is more balanced, let's say. Like you have 2 high sides now rather than 1 high, 1 low. 3 bases. This is one of the maps where either you get very brawly or you get very patient. Usually one team caps A, one caps C, and sometimes someone tries to go for B. But B is always a bit of a trap, so you have to be very careful with that. I did totally miss what happened to Insano. Did he get him? I need to watch that back and see what I missed. But yeah, I do not have the mental capacity to play comp, but I love watching. 15 seconds left to go, and Urs is ready with a Super Conqueror, 1 AMX 54, a Mouse, a Hori, a 215B, a VK90, and an LT. Versus an IS-4, 2 Super Conquerors, an LT, 2 AMX 54s, and a 215B. That on its own, I'm really curious how this is a very funky lineup that we've not seen. Especially on this map. I am so curious about the Mouse and the VK, what the goal is there. what are going to do with them. Oh god, yeah, he did get ammo wrecked. That was like a split-second thing that I didn't see, and then all of a sudden the tank was gone. Oh, poor guy. Harvester camo, one of the best legendary camos in the game, in my opinion. Totally not biased by being a huge June fan. Spawner Sword and Cayman going for spots. Both spotting one another. And we have Frozen shooting at Cologne and back. But no damage has been done just yet. Vendetta is moving in. Probably going to cap the base. And he does get spotted for it. And where we have the mouse with the Harvester camo, which is one of the best legendary camos. Then you also have this, which in my opinion is pretty much the worst legendary camo in the game. It has potential, but it looks so weird and rounded. It doesn't fit the tank, in my opinion. And like the shape of the tank is just too different. Cologne taking a big hit there. A has been capped. C is not being left alone. Campon is basically flanking all the way around here in the mouse, which is obviously what you do in a mouse. And Sugu seems to be alone. Little bits of damage being taken. Sugu now pulling back a little bit. And they are just shooting one another and farming one another. Spawner Sword going for the cap. Campon taking more damage here. And we have Throw rotating around to help Sugu. Sugu relocating. Spawner Sword deciding not to be there. Cologne taking some damage as well. Not sure Spawner Sword didn't shoot there, but took a hit there. With the Ice 4 losing HP. HP wise, Throw still has the advantage. They also have the point advantage. I Am That Tank is quite out in the open right now, but so is Path. Frozen in danger is being farmed from multiple sides. Can't really angle any which way. Plo moving in. Also losing HP. It is a bit of a chaotic match. Last man standing. The focus fire is just not quite there. They need the hits to go in. Oof. I Am That Tank being left with 15 grand HP. He goes down. But now we have Plo being set upon by Vendetta. Cayman arriving to help murder Plo. He does go down. So does Frozen and Sugu on the other side. Making it 5v3. Sophie going down to base B to add insult to injury. Spawner Sword running around. Lani as well. And base B is quite definitely Throws. And that will make it a very difficult game for us to get. And I think this was mainly because of the... Oof, he does take a hit for that. And a track. This is, I think, because of the fact that they were just so spread out. Sophie taking 50 damage there. Going after. Spawner Sword does not hit. Cologne is dropping down. And with 5v3 at 950 points, they don't have much left to lose. Spawner Sword is running around. And again, the focus fire is not there. And in this case, especially, they need all the points that they can get. Lani turning, shooting Sophie, but there goes Campon. And the match is for Throw. The very, very peculiar lineup did not work out here. And now we're at a score of 3-2, meaning that if Throw win the next game, then they are through to the upper bracket. And that would mean that Earth is through to the lower bracket. But not out just yet. And for the second game on Rockfield, we see Parth has left the VK90 behind. This counts whether it's on Reforged with bots or not. It's one of the things I do hope that they bring into the game before we actually get it launched, though. Replays. We definitely need replays. So for the second game on Rockfield, we see Earth with 3 Super Conquerors, an AMX 54, an LT, and potentially 2 Horis. And it is 2 Horis. And on Throw's side, we have 3 Super Conquerors, 2 AMX 54s, an LT, and 1 Hori. I think the thing that got Earth's the last game is that most of the positioning they used didn't support others. As in, their team was mostly... It's kind of like the 7 players versus 1 team kind of thing. They were more spread out as players rather than 1 team. At least for a part of the battle, and that kind of left them in little pockets where Throw could make use of that. The pop-up offers literally are just freaking me out every time because I feel that my game is going to crash, which has happened in the past. Let's see, can Throw bring it home already? Now that they are up for match point. Heyman and Spot and Sword heading towards the C section. Spartan going to the bush to see if anyone is going to come there. I do like that camera though, it looks so good. Camp on. Hoping to spot someone. Nice hit into Sugu. Nice hits into Spartan as well. And now, with them pulling back, Vendetta is capping the base. They don't know how many guns are there though. Frozen is being set upon. Takes the hits. Only seem to notice after that Cologne is sneaking up behind him. Flo is rotating around to help. Neighbor is the preferred target there. Takes a hit from Sophie though, a small one. No bases have been kept. Suka loses a bit more HP, so does Neighbor. Oof, that shot missed. Also, we have Cayman all the way at the back there. Elsman standing, rotating around. Path getting shot at. Sophie's getting shot at. Flo and Frozen are not looking too healthy. Frozen can't really get out of where he's at. But he's a one-shot now. This is a interesting boost. Parth losing a gazillion HP just trying to get after Sugu. And he is going to lose more HP, and he lost pretty much all of his tank to take out Sugu. I am that tank, losing a big chunk of HP there. I am that tank and Plo go down at the same time. Vendetta bouncing on last man standing. They need that base. They now have a gun advantage. Spartan deciding that he does not want to be there. Campon retreat. Oh, cheeky shot there by Cayman. Campon and Lani facing against Cologne. Oh, that shot did not do damage though. And we still have Campon getting shots all the way from over there. He's now dropping down, kind of because he has to. He has actually lost HP dropping down. But he is relatively high HP. Oh, nice shot by last man standing. Reaction there. Oh, and he's immediately shot from the other side as well. He is in a very tricky position. Has to be very careful where he's at. Is blind shooting. We have Cologne moving in path, getting shot at. Sparta Sword very, very low on HP. Lani finding neighbor. Campon is there as well, but is slow to arrive. They kind of need that base. They need to take out neighbor, and they... Oh, that did not pen. Campon now also moving in. Last man standing, getting shot at more. They want to take out neighbor. Oh, he's not gone yet. Lani facing off. 870 points. The HP advantage is in favor of us. The base advantage not. Throw now, capping the base. They kind of have to. Cayman goes down, leaving just Cologne. So that's the one that we're going to be focusing on. And he does have the HP to take out the Super Conquerors here. But he needs to make sure that he gets the kills. 890. Base B is getting capped. Cologne is the last one left alive. That shot did not pen. Base B is getting stolen. If they get that base, the Hori is now slowly but surely making a move. $940 points. Oof, nice bounce there. But now they have all three bases. And he does not really have the HP. Lani taking the hit. But it is Campon that takes the kill. And Urs wins that game. What an insane game, though. Beautiful game. Also, the position that Cayman was in. He was getting such cheeky shots from there, but... and this is the thing that I always say. Almost always, when a team uses a boost position, it doesn't work out. And in this case, it didn't work out either. But what an insane game. And now, we are going to go for a tiebreaker, which is always grand for tours. We're going to go to Hellas, Greek temple map. Lots of lines of fire everywhere, crossfire lines. 3 bases. C is usually the one contested. A and B are relatively close to spawn. But what we see in tours often is that the light tanks are not going to go towards base C, but are going towards base A or B. And see if they can cap and steal from the other side. Well done by Earth here, getting back to the 3-3 score. 43 seconds left to go. And we see Earth now ready with 3 Super Conquerors, an AMX 54, a Hori, a Concept 1B, and an LT. Throw. Still thinking about it. Has 30 seconds left. And we see 3 Super Conquerors, an AMX 54, a 215B, an LT, and potentially another Super Conqueror if that is what I am that tank readies up in. And it is an AMX 54. It's always fun to see the chat erupt like this. To be fair, this could have gone either which way that last game. But in the end, with the base caps being stolen and the guns just not being there, Earth took the advantage and made full use of it. So now this match will decide who is going to go through to the upper bracket. And of course, who is going to go through to the lower bracket. I think they A-B rush is what Spawn and Sword has said. Let's see. Spawn and Sword going to a spotting position. And Earth is mainly going towards the middle there, C-ish side. But that is also where Throw is at. It's just Cayman a neighbor that are at base A with that tank holding. But we have a 3v3 going on in the corner here. Last man standing gets spotted, takes a hit. It's important to note that right now, US does not have a base. They need the base. They need to not... B is getting capped. They're now capping together. Trying to get away with capping base C and B. That tank loses a little bit of HP. And they get away with capping it. Is now in a position where they can just hold. They don't have to push. They just have to keep the bases as is, basically. Sophie taking a little bit of damage. Spawn Assault did get spotted, but is rotating around. And now hidden again. That tank. This is always a tricky thing. Like in randoms this can work. In tours it is a very difficult position to get out of rather than get into. I'm curious if he's going to get away. Lani is repositioning. Frozen is going to get hurt if he's spotted. He's not, though. And of course we have Plo there to protect them as well. Neighbor is spotted. Plo is waiting for them to make the push. Neighbor rotating around. And the point advantage from Earth is getting bigger. Spotter Sword basically just being spotted here. Base B now being capped by I'm That Tank. Plo makes himself known. Big hits into I'm That Tank, but he did bounce some. And now we have Sugu hurting. Path hurting. Path is very low on HP, has to be very careful now. Is going to go down on the next reload. C being stolen. Throw now moving in. Spawn Sword losing HP. We have I Am That Tank being set upon. Vendetta going after Last Man Standing. Surviving another round. I Am That Tank goes down. Sophie's losing a lot of HP as well. Last Man Standing. Standing very well here, to be fair. Is now getting shot from both directions, though. Is in danger. But he is taking Vendetta for all he's got. Sugu now turning around to take the kill. But Earth still has the point advantage with that kill. It is 5v4. They have A and B. They know where Cayman is at. Spawn Sword is holding. 905 points. All they need to do is protect the bases. Maybe get a kill in, that would be nice. 945, 950. Neighbor, the preferred target here. Plo is not going to survive this. 995. And we're at 1k points. Earth has it! Throw, not getting the kills they needed when they needed them. Beautiful game. Congratulations to Earth for bringing this back, to be honest. Those were some fantastic games and very patiently and expertly played in the last couple of games. Yes, thank you. I do not need that. I do not need that. Oh, that is a very good offer, though. If only I were to actually, like, play on APAC. So many. I don't think I even have that tank on my account. No, that doesn't matter. Let me have a look. When is our next game? I think it starts 10 past. So that means that we have Throw versus Issel. YSL is probably the right way to pronounce it. And that is in 20 minutes. I think theirs is also in 20 minutes, isn't it? Yeah, it starts at the same time, but we should be following the lower bracket today. So yes, I have some replays. I am going to show you Some of them, one of which is Ren's, because Ren has been very helpful, so I like showing them off. I'm going to start with this one. Let's see. Ooh. Chieftain combined with E6 could do fabulous things. This is the Blitz Masters tournament. Basically, we've had all the qualifiers, we've had the round robins, and this is the top 4, so the final stages for the APAC server. Let's see. I also have a treat for you. I got a few replays from Trapmanon, and he's basically, one is super high damage and the other is 1 versus 5. So I'm going to save one for EU stream late. Oh, nice. Some extra assisted damage. Chieftain is relatively juicy though, so you always have to be careful. But yeah, overall, tools are just my cup of tea. To watch, I played the very first Twister Cup, and we all got into the finals, and then we lost it. But still, that was my pro player experience, really, as actually playing the tours. And it is super stressful. The pressure is just immense. And that's something that I've always disliked about playing tours. Like, I love watching the tours, and it just gives such beautiful gameplay. Cheeky shot there. Cheeky bounce. Also want to just point out how Grand Legend is just holding against full tanks there, because we should not forget the fact that there's also a VK there. They really do want to murder him though. Oof, nice shot. He is going to die now, but he survived so much longer than I thought that he would. Nice little bounce. Thing is, I would so be focusing on the 752 rather than the mouse, because the mouse is slow to get anywhere. But 752 is such an evil tank. It is my go-to tank for a lot of modes, really, because it's just comfortable to play. Oof. That was a nice shot, though. A bit of help from your friends. I know the VK is there. Where did the mouse go, though? I mean, he kind of disappeared. It's a mouse. There he is. Let's see. Ren playing it patiently and expertly. He has a Death Star friend. Death Star being... Oof, there's a grill there. Yeah, shoot the grill, shoot the grill, shoot the grill. Oh, that was an HE derp. That could have been beautiful. Ren just went in the chat, Mom, I'm famous. Because this is Ren's game. Come on, DS, you can do it. Oof. Oh, he did not get that kill. Ran a bit too impatient there. DS is going to die. Nice, nice. Just a mouse. He should have this. I would have long since fixed everything, to be fair. Nice. Nice, just Lorraine. 6k damage. Nice. Beautiful game. Lovely ace, lovely teamwork as well, and very well held by Grand Mag Legend. Sometimes it's not just about the damage that you do, it's also a lot about where you're at and what you're doing. Because him holding that way, he's also done like second place damage, but even if he had gone very little damage in, that was just beautiful. So let's see. We are going to... Well, I don't know which one I want to show, mostly. We have time for one more. I think I'll go for the 1v5. I'm dying to see this, really. Oh, it's on my favorite map as well. Let's see. And this is not an easy tank to drive. It is so humongous. There's very little cover. It doesn't have the turret and the mobility that the FE, well, the shitborn has. So I really, really want to see that. And it's not supremacy either. And when it works so well. But when it doesn't work, you just get blown up so quickly. We're going into time. This is one of the things, like, if you get spotted there, you will just lose half your health. Huge, huge target. He's being very, very forward. So I can't blame him. Probably would do the same. I wonder if they can shoot you there from base A, because it's just so huge. 3 damage? Nope. He's behind the building. There is a hen house there, though. A shipborn is a beautiful tank. We are looking for low HP. Figures going in. So far, Trap being very, very patient. Literally has no targets. Has to be... Oh, there's a target. Aw, and then he pulls back and you have no target anymore. Move. Not you, the other one. There we go. Tracking shots. See, this is what I mean. When it works so well. But then you have to wait half a minute before you can shoot again. Let's see. The funniest thing is that they're all cluttered into the spawn, so you can understand how it's going to get to the result that it will get to. Nice. Nice. Nice! See, this is the potential of the Waffen. It is a ridiculous tank. But when it works so well. You just have to give it half a minute to be reloaded, and that's the issue as well. Most of the time you do not have that time. Oof, that bounce. Low HP rolls. Now he has to wait half a minute again to be reloaded, so him retreating here is a very good call. And we are rotating around, going into an entirely different direction. And now it is a 1v5. Let's see. This is the part where being a huge, not too mobile tank is a big disadvantage. Like, in normal games, I would not expect him to win this at all. Like, if he was anyone but the one that he is. He's got a nice building here to use, though. Now he has to be very patient, which is something that I'm not very good at. They are driving through the base. You have to wait for the targets, and that's even harder. He only has 2 minutes left. Oh, hello there. That didn't pen. That didn't pen, and he is bouncing. That was a very important kill to get. That was a very important kill to get. He is going to probably... Yeah, he is taking another hit, but now all of a sudden it is 1v3. Well, he is on the clip reload. And the extra armor in the face of cover, in the form of cover, is dodgy at best. He needs this. He needs the kill. Nice. Ah. And there we go. And now it's just... It's a Hori and an TL. The Hori just fired. He's still got 17 seconds left to go. What on earth? This is not gonna go well. Insane how they're not rushing him. The Hori is probably like, no, you go. And the TL doesn't want to waste any HP. Beautiful. You can't afford to reload again. By the time you've... How is he not shooting him? He actually shot the rock. Insane. How to win a 1v5 in a Waffen. Absolutely redonkulous. What an insane game. Like I said, if he was anyone but who he was, this would not have ended this way. Absolutely insane. What a game. Okay. I think that means it's a press account, but still. Oh, no, wait, I'm on APAC server. It's EU. Yeah. Like, usually when it shows that, it means that the account that you're trying to click isn't from the server that you're showing it on. Let's see, we should have just a few minutes there. Yeah, in about a minute the room invite will be up, so I'm not going to start another replay. But that was utterly insane. Also, like, all the pop-up offers that I'm getting is nuts as well. Let's see, also just to be clear, I will be streaming for the max amount of time that the portals are on, so even if the matches end early, I will be streaming until when you hear this. I think it's still 42 minutes. because the timers stop at the hour 50, so 45 minutes. Well, by the time you hear this, 42 minutes from now. So I will make sure to fill all the time to make sure that everyone gets the max amount of rewards. But at that time, the time is just stopped, so I can't. Well, technically speaking, I could stream for as long as I wanted, but the portal would no longer give you rewards, so there would be very little reason to it. Room invite, there we went. Now we just have to wait until we can go into the room. Let's actually have a look, because I forgot to look. What map are we going to be on? Hey, Steven. It would help if it loaded. There we go. We're going to start in Middleburg. Oh, we're going to go to Faust and Dynasty Pro. I am really looking forward to that. I kind of wonder if APAC's going to do the hoary thing on Dynasty Pro. But yeah, we are starting it off on Middleburg. Middleburg looks like this. Yeah, 3 bases, 2 in the city, 1 in the hills. This used to be the map where you could see the mice and the VKs. We don't see those very often these days. Usually we see hill action with 2 or 3 tanks holding the city, waiting to make sure that the other team doesn't cap the bases closest to their spawn. To play on, I don't mind it, I don't love it, but there's a lot of maps that are like that. So yeah, that is the map that we're going to be starting on. Just need to wait 40 seconds before we can actually go into the room because of the delay and all. And let's see. Not much to say right now, really. Will be my first time seeing ISIL. Pretty much the thing is that time zones make things difficult when it comes to tour streaming. Like I said, I used to stream all servers, but that's just too time consuming because it basically dominates your life for the whole time the tournament is happening. But also the fact that there's just too many different times. Like, if I want to stream APAC server, it means that I have to take off the whole week from work in order to stream the tours, because it starts at noon, my time. Which, unfortunately, I couldn't make happen this week, because APAC has not been getting the attention that it needs, really. I don't think a lot of YouTubers technically want to stream APAC tours or tours at all. There's not much in it, as in, like, stuff that you get for it. There's only specific people that actually like it. Right now, the thing that does it is the portal streams. That makes more viewers. But those viewers don't actually count because the portal... YouTube doesn't count the people on the portal as watchers. Which is kind of funny, but it's a YouTube thing and Wargaming can't really change that. But for me, it's kind of like a front row seat to an APAC match. So that is why I'm here. Now we have throw ready with 4 AMX-54s, an IS-4, a 215B and 1 E50M for Middleburg. And on ISIL's side, we see 4 AMX-54s, a Super Conqueror, a 215B and a Hori. No fast tanks, so I'm really curious to see, well, for ISIL that is. So I'm curious to see who's going to spawn in the hill. Let's see. Also important to note is that there's, back in the day, the tanks that we picked to spectate would actually affect the spawn slots. That's why I've been told that it's no longer the case, but that's still why I pick a light tank to spectate, just to make sure that I don't displace a heavy tank to the match spawn. "47 seconds left. Both teams already completely ready. This is always the dead time, where nothing is happening, the game hasn't started yet, but everyone is ready and set to go. Important to note is that yes, it is a best of 7, meaning that the first team to reach 4 victories wins, but also the team that loses is out of the tournament now. Because that's the thing with the double elimination. Both these teams have already lost once. Let's see. Here we go. I should actually get like the Le KPZ, the German light with the twisted camo on this account as well. I kind of do wonder how that's going to go. Oof, that Tempest camo, it looks so weird. Ooh, Cayman actually spawned into the hill as well. Together with my Lord RNG, we see the blind shots happening both ways. No damage has been done yet, though. Sometimes we do, sweet. We have seen a blind ammo rack early on sometimes. Nice shot into my Lord RNG. Cayman now pulling back, though. A has been kept. B has been left alone. But it gives Issel the point advantage here. Lord RNG, well, my Lord RNG technically implicates that that it's not him, it's someone else. Lagoon doing the spotty thing. And now we have Vendetta. Together with Neighbor being forwards. Buck careful. That tank is holding. Base B is now being kept by Mr. Insane. Now they're both just patiently waiting. Sophie is asking move up to C. Sophie is all the way in the corner. Is now activating his speed boost though. I'm also assuming that everyone is a he. Though Sophie on its own is not so much a guy's name. I mean, we've seen very different names being used. Like there's people naming themselves after the bathwater of a specific person, for instance, or another famous 18+ person. And they're definitely guys. I am that tank. Moving forwards. Irisu taking a hit for that. But now we have I am that tank going for the cap. Takes a bit of a hit there. Look at Truly Humble though. They do need that cap. He's relocating, re-angling. Oh, that was a big hit. And he's lost most of his HP. It's a one-shot for anyone now. And it did not work out for them. He does manage to survive. But he is very low on HP. And that's something they won't be able to do again. Cayman losing a bit of HP as well. Issel has a comfortable position here. Suku is rotating around. Let's see. Now they're just holding. Jay goes safe. They're going to go after player. And I think that as such, that means that Issel is going to push in the hills. And that's exactly what they're doing. They will want I am that tank. Player losing more HP. The thing is that Issel knows that they have a gun advantage and soon to be a 2-gun advantage. Kin. There goes I am that tank. That also blocks Cayman, meaning that he can't move back. So all you can do is move forwards. Taking hits. Rotating around, going after Irisu, not going after Kin. No, he does go after Kin. A is getting stolen. The guns are even HP-wise. Throw has the advantage still, but now has a gun disadvantage. Vendetta goes down. Sophie's in the corner. But they have 2 bases. If the ones in city survive long enough, it might make all the difference. Base B is now getting capped. Neighbor goes down. It's just Sophie, Sugu, and Mr. Insane down below. Sophie resetting that base might make all the difference. My Lord RNG. Oh, he does not get the shot there. Is going to go down now, probably. No, he gets another shot. B is being contested. There goes Sophie. Irisu goes down. Sugu is still alive. We have NVBC holding base B. We're at 930 points. It's all about just surviving at this stage. But him being there, Sugu goes down. 985. Mr. Insane cannot basically save this battle. It was a relatively close call, though. If not for him being there, just driving into base B and keeping the points at bay and forcing Insane and Sugu into action, this could have gone to a throw. Very well done by Isol here. And that is the first game of this best of 7. I like how over time APAC has gone so much more mellow in their gameplay. I'm not sure mellow is the right word, but when I first started streaming tools, APAC was literally just pure chaos, or as Wild One's helper would say, pure pandemonium. Because it would just be about, let's brawl, and they would just go all out against one another, and it would all be about the focus fire, and that would basically determine who'd win. And over time, APAC has grown so much, and it's actually been just beautiful to watch. Kind of makes me feel like a proud mum, you know? Even though, technically speaking, of course, it's nothing to do with me. I've just been watching it. But watching it grow, yeah, like I said, I'm proud of him. 42 seconds left to go before we go into the second game on the Middleburg. We have Throw now ready with 4 AMX-54s, Super Conqueror, a 215B, and an LT. Versus Isol in 4 Super Conquerors, 2 AMX-54s, and an LT, leaving the Hori behind. Basically, it's kind of like a reverse team setup. We have 4 AMXs versus 4 Super Conquerors, and 2, well, a Super Conqueror and a 215B with against 2 AMX-54s. Let's see. And like I said, the pressure is on though. Because they also know that whoever loses this matchup is out of the tool. And to be fair, they will have still... Nope, too early. Too early. That hit! That hit! Kim took a hit! It is going for the spotty spot. To be fair, I hate the whole shots in the beginning. But at the same time, it is so funny. Irisu, if he'd done that earlier, he might have gotten away with it, but now I think it's going to hurt him a lot. He does decide to not do that, but my Lord RNG has actually moved up. So he's now in a bit of a dangerous position as well. And right now, Isol has had no one left into town. But they don't know that yet. My Lord RNG is going to be crossfired to hell. He can't really go anywhere. And as such, Isol has no choice but to push. Because they are going to lose the tank here. My Lord RNG goes down. We have shots happening from Sugu all the way from town. The tanks being so tall definitely helps. Vendetta got ammo rack there. Oh, bless. And VBC, not too high on HP either, but neither is Mr. Insane. He's not going to get another shot in probably, and he goes down. Player is the next preferred target. Neighbor can't pull back against the rock. Cayman not looking too healthy. Player goes down. Sugu is slowly but surely arriving in the hills. Kin goes down. Cayman. It is 5v4. With a relatively healthy Sugu now being set upon by Irisu, but he is moving around to murder NVBC. Neighbor goes down, so does NVBC. Sugu arriving to get in the back of Truly Humble. Atomic, the preferred target on this side. Cayman is still surviving, if barely. And he might actually get away with just being there and surviving. He actually still gets a kill. Making it 4v2. With the relatively... Oof, Irisu goes down, and now it's just Truly Humble who survives another reload. Potential dark side time, but Suga takes him out. And the game is for throw. Again, lovely game. In this case, I thought that it might have gone the other way, mainly because Sugu was in town and stayed in town for quite a bit. But Thro's focus fire was more on point. And Lord RNG being stuck in that position, basically he got farmed from both front and back. And he couldn't get out of there, and that was very costly. Despite the Hammer Rack on Vendetta. So well played there. We are moving on to Faust, which is my second favorite map in the game. The only night map that we've got right now. 4 bases, which always makes it more interesting in my opinion for tours. Lots of like ramps and bridges and tunnels that also make for interesting gameplay. It's one of my favorite maps to play on. It's also one of my favorite maps to spectate because you see so many cheeky little shots usually on this map. And it just makes it great fun. And for Faust, we see that Throw is taking 4 AMX 54s, an E50M med 215B and an LT. Versus Isol taking 2 Super Conquerors, 2 AMX 54s, an LT, a Hori and a 215B. So let's see. Here we go. I like how the matches, like both matchups so far, have been pretty even in how they went. And the games I have not been like landslide victories for either team. Throw sending Cayman towards base A. Possibly not to cap, but just to see if anyone is there. Sugu is heading into base D though. Irisu spotting people as they go up the ramp. We have Sophie getting shot at. Base B now being capped by Irisu. Cayman still waiting patiently. C has not been capped, but B being capped is an interesting thing. Ooh, that's Neighbor losing quite a bit of HP there. We have Throw being very aggressive in their gameplay right now. Bigots into player. Vendetta taking hit. We have Mr. Insane holding there. We have Truly Humble looking at him. And he is looking back. But it is costing them quite a bit of HP to peek out that far. Sugu now not even going for base A. But going up on the other side to get some crossfire in. I am that tank, losing quite a bit of HP. They have to be careful with the way that they push, though. Oh, big hits into Iron that tank. If he's not careful, he will actually be dead soon. Mr. Insane holding, but losing a lot of HP very, very quickly. Has no one to help him there. Does not get that shot in. Is going to go down on the next reload. And that's the first gun gone from throw. And we have Truly Humble there. Sugu goes down. This was a very aggressive game, but the push itself would have worked out really well. If not for the fact that they were too aggressive about it. Sophie now being set upon. My Lord RNG got taken out by fire. Now we have Atomic being focused on as base B is being stolen. And VBC goes down. Vendetta goes down. Neighbor goes down. Oh, sorry, Neighbor, not Vendetta. And we have Sophie, big into Irisu, but he's going to go down on the next reload from Irisu. So you can only hope that he's... There we go. He goes down, making it 2v1. And Cayman is very, very busy getting absolutely murdered. He does not get that kill. But player does. And the game is for Issel. Oof, Sugu not getting a shot in. He was capping base. The thing is that with tools, it is important that it's not all about the damage. Like taking Zerd from EU as an example. Zerd is a perfect example of being in a position, being absolutely vital to the game, and doing very little damage and getting blown up first. But him being the sacrificial lamb often leads his team to victory. So no damage does not really mean anything in tools. But I still feel bad because as a player you want to do both. You want to do good, you want to be where you need to be, and you want to farm. And in just over a minute we're going to go into this fourth game of this best of 7. The second game on Faust. And we have throw now ready. We have 3 AMX 54s, 3 E50Ms and an LT, so that's a Wolfpack. And on Isol's side, we see 2 4202s and 5 AMX 54s. I'm kind of wondering what the plan they've got with that. 4202 is such a troll tank, and if you manage to work it well, it can be absolutely wondrous. It and I do not get along. I'm actually having like a contest on Ace my most hated tanks. I should have added this as well. And that's not to say that it's not a good tank. I know it's a very good tank. It and I just don't get along. Let's see. Countdown clock has begun. And here we go. Can throw, take it back. There's no match pointers yet, so no pressure that way. We have half the Wolfpack going one way, half the Wolfpack going another way. Sophie going for the base cap. Blind shot happening, but there's no one dead just yet. Base D is not being kept right now. Sophie is turning around, does actually like decide to not be there anymore. Sugu's also hightailing it out of there. Vendetta has to be careful. And so Throw has no base. Cayman gets spotted. Kin taking a bit of a hit. There's pretty much a trap in the spawn. Vendetta holding there. Being very careful though, because you don't want to get hit by 3 AMXs. Now we have the Wolfpack slowly moving around base A. Vendetta taking a bit of a hit. D now getting capped by Irisu. A now also being capped. Neighbor taking a hit. And they're holding on the ramp quite nicely. But Isil has an HP advantage. Has a point advantage. Even if it's slight. And they are holding patiently, and that is what went wrong with Throw. They got so eager to take shots. They basically overextended. And of course they want to get the shots in. They also had the Hori at the back there where Mr. Insane is. Getting some cheeky shots in. Now we have the AMXs in the middle. Neighbor taking a hit. NVBC moving up the ramp to see if anyone is there. People are getting spotted. Cayman has to be careful. And Throw is holding carefully. That was a cheeky shot there from I Am Dead Tank. It didn't pan, but like just the angle of that shot. That did pan. Like, look at where he's shooting from. He's like shooting from over there. Cheeky thing. And so now, Isil is at the point advantage. They just need to wait carefully. And it will be up to Throw to make a move. The question is, where are they going to make that move? Wolfpack is holding. They're not wolfpacking it, really. And we have the FVs holding, blind shooting, being careful, because they are the juiciest ones of these tanks. So they are holding and not really moving much. NVBC and I'm That Tank spotting one another. NVBC does take a little bit of a hit for that. Blind shots happening in the bush. The thing is that they don't know where those FVs are, which is one reason why Throw is not eager to push. Now they're moving forwards though. Sugu going in for a closer look, realizing that they are not there. And that's also very giving information. Irisu is rotating back around though. I Am That Tank losing a little bit of HP. Irisu is going to find Sugu. He's going to be spotted for a bit longer now. Moving back up the ramp. 2.5 minutes left to go of the match as a whole. B now getting capped by Isil, which will add to the pressure. We have Sugu moving at the back. Blind shot still happening, but they get away with getting the base. And now we have player moving in slowly as we have the E50Ms pushing. And now they know where one of the AMXs are, one of the FEs is. We have player moving in. They're going after the E50Ms, but he's pretty much alone. He's now alone versus 3, and that could be very, very dangerous. We have Truly Humble moving up behind them. Sophie, very little health. Vendetta goes down. So does player. We have Humble moving in. Takes out Sophie. Neighbor goes down. Truly Humble now being set upon by many E50Ms. He's not going to survive for long. Actually got set on fire. Is not quite rammed to death. Does get another shot in, but is going to go down after that. D is being stolen. Sugu dealing with Irisu. Mr. Insane. Irisu giving chase. The base stays there. Sugu gets another shot in. But there goes Sugu. 963 versus just the two. Cayman goes down, and with that they hit 1k points, and the game is for Issel. When there's so many micro battles happening, it's always so tricky to decide which part to show. Because you can't show them all. And that means that now, as we move on to Dynasty Sprawl, Issel is up for match point. Dynasty Sprawl, the hoary map for this season. 3 bases. Basically, relatively close in lines of fire from one another. We usually see people waiting it out around the base A side with fast tanks just looking at base C. Not so much to cap it, but more to make sure that the other team does not. And let's see. We do see a mouse arriving, which is of course not something that we see a lot. On both sides even. Issel taking 3 AMX 54s, an E50M, a mouse, a super conqueror, and a badger! Oh my god, we're getting a badger! And on throw side we see 4 AMX 54s, a mouse, an E50M, and a super conqueror. Again, match point for Issel. If they win this game, that means that throw would be out of the tournament. So let's see. 20 seconds left to go. I'm really curious about the badger. I think this might be the first badger I've seen in tours in many, many seasons. So that's going to be interesting in and of itself. Do, do, do. Here we go. Can Issel bring it home? And what will the badger do? All of them are heading towards the base C section of the map. It is going up the ramp, spawning Sugu and getting spotted in turn. Dot did not pen. But the AMXs does get to arrive at base C unspotted. Irus is moving forwards. There's a trap lying in wait. Oh, that was a blind shot though. Cheeky. Sophie taking a bit of damage. Base A now getting capped. Mouse being shot at, but is of course angling expertly. And we have Issel with about a 50-point advantage here. And the badger is there to basically shoot at anyone daring to get too near the B cap. Half the team of throw is still lying in wait in their spawn. And we have basically Mr. Insane holding there to look. Vendetta waiting for a target in base B. But for the rest, we enter the waiting game. With Issel having the advantage, meaning that it will be up to throw to make the move. Blind shots are happening. There's still a trap lying in wait. Irusu gets a little hit in. My Lord RNG is also in a very tricky position there. And for the rest, people are lying in wait. Sugu is now rotating back around together with Mr. Insane. Vendetta holding. And Issa is perfectly content to just wait. And to wait it out and to not make a move. We have player here. Not so much to hold, but basically anyone that is crossing over there will be spotted. So he's patiently waiting. Everyone is patiently waiting. And all Isla has to do is wait. And sometimes when you get games like this, it almost feels like the game has crashed. But then you see some people actually still moving, like Irisu, and then I know the game is still working. Throw rotating back around again. Sophie and player spotting one another. So they know where the mouse is at now. And he's pulling back. Irisu getting shot at. Now we have throw making a move. The Badger has turned around. My Lord RNG is the one. Ooh, Irisu has to be careful crossing there though. Humble. Losing a little bit. Oh, my Lord RNG has to be careful as well. He's going to lose a lot of HP if he's not careful. We have the mouse being set upon in the middle. Player now arriving there as well. He can't angle in multiple directions. The mouse is going to be dead on the next reload. And he is. We have base C and B. Basically, it's not about the base. It's about the crossfire lines. If they stand there and just grab a base as well, that's fine. But now Isil is 845 points. We have Cringe shooting Zerone. Focus fire is not quite there, but Vendetta is not looking too healthy. Cayman and Irisu have both gone down. There goes Vendetta. It is 6 versus 4. We have Cringe dying. My Lord RNG is not looking too healthy, but Mr. Insane. Oof, Zerone goes down. Mr. Insane is the next preferred target. Truly humble moving in. Wanting that kill. It is Atomic that gets it. My Lord RNG is still left alive. I am that tank being shot at. In the middle, we have Sugu versus player. But we're already at 980. Oof, never mind. 985 points now. I am that tank is the last one left alive. Isul is through to the top 3. With that final kill, I am that tank takes his head off. And Isil is through to the top 3 and Throw is out of the tournament. Very well played here by both teams. The push had to happen at some point. The only thing is that Throw didn't have all the tanks quite together yet, and we had Isil just basically dug in, absolutely fine where they were. All they had to do was wait, and Throw had to push into that. They have no other choice. So very well held by Isil, basically, absorbing that push very nicely. And those are the 2 matches for tonight. Let's actually see if we have a result yet for the other matchup that was happening at the same time. It would help if it loaded. Okay, that's over as well then. It should be here. There we go. So Urs lost versus Rackham. Of course, Rackham has so far won every single match that they've had. So basically tomorrow we start with Isil versus Urs. I'm looking forward to that as well. What happened when they met before? When they met before, then Urs won that one. So that's going to be tricky tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow, followed by the grand finals. Rackham is safe in the grand finals, so they will either place first or second. And then it will be up to Urs or Isil to earn their way back into the grand finals and challenge them. So yeah, with that in mind, we are out of 2 games for tonight. But I still have, by the time you hear this, 3 minutes of timer left to go. So I am going to show you another replay. And I'm going to show you another chieftain replay from Lettuce. Let's see. Also just going to check the portal. Just to make sure. Because I always keep track of the times. Like on EU it's easy because I'm also farming rewards myself. Well, when it comes to other servers, I just need to make sure to check the portal. Yeah, so there, by the time you hear this, there's only 2 minutes of portal time left. So this will be the last replay that I show for tonight. Well, tonight for you, afternoon for me. And then I will be back later on. Oh, such a cheeky thing. I need to play the chieftain more, to be fair, because it is such a good tank. I just don't nearly play it enough. I like how the object shot the ground there. That is a cheeky shot, though. That is too impatient a shot, though. Spaghetti's not looking too healthy, but now they have 2 bases. That's also something you always have to be aware of. There's a poop bun. Juicy, juicy poop bun. Nice track shot. He's still there, he's just waiting. He's just being farmed to death. Nicely done by the E6. Oh, E6 is one of my greatest loves when it comes to the game, to be honest. I need 1 more ace to get it to rank 50. I basically misjudged how many aces he needed in tier 10. Because I was checking other requirements and it was less for other tiers. Which kind of makes sense, to be fair. I just hadn't paid attention to that. Not enough in any case. Hello there. Noise. When the chieftain works, it works so well. Denied. Like, when it's in the hands of a player like Ren, the chieftain is just fabulous. Oof. That's the thing I dislike about HE and Hash, though. The fact that it's just so fickle. But when it works so well. But there's very few Hash tanks that I actually like playing. The Cobra is one. But even that I haven't played in ages. I was just gonna say, is the chieftain just going to continue ignoring? Even though a chieftain is such a juicy target. Gun depression not found. It's a bully move. That's a VK90. Oof. I think that's the other thing. I like using Premo when I know that I've got the easy pen that way. Easy 6k damage so far. He's not going to go for the kill, he's going to go for the damage. And there we go. Now it's just the VZ. And there he goes. 6.5k easy damage there. Very quick game. Lovely little ace again. Ren just basically aces this thing left and right. We have about cringe in the chat. It was fabulous to watch that badger, though. Oh yeah, of course, doesn't work like that here. But yeah, that's it for the tours. By the time you hear this, the portal will have stopped working. Just going to make sure of that. Yes, portals have stopped. That means I'm going to end the stream. By the time you hear this, is 3 minutes later anyway. Thank you all for watching. Beautiful games by the teams that we've seen today. I am looking forward to seeing tomorrow and seeing what happens then. I will be back first with EU tonight and then APAC again tomorrow. So thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a lovely day or night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye!